A severe threat right now, a dangerous situation developing in the south with some very strong storms. This is a tornado warning in effect for another 15 minutes here in south central Louisiana near Lafayette.
It's a pretty large area. We're concerned about storms developing and potentially rotating today. There's a tornado watch in effect for this entire area in southern Louisiana, southern Mississippi, parts of Alabama too. This goes until today at 6 p.m.
And if you travel to the east a bit in Florida, we're going to find meteorologist Mike Seidel. Hello to you, Mike.
Hey guys, here on I-10 just west of Tallahassee where we just took a squall line. It was coming down. You talk about frog stranglers. Blinding rainfall here on the 10 and traffic slowed down. You know, on interstates on holiday periods, well, not even on holiday periods, it takes a lot to slow folks down when it's just rain. Now the speeds are back up, it seems, but they were crawling along. As we look down the 10, you could barely see about maybe about 500 yards at best with the rain, and the winds only gusted 25 miles an hour. It was just how hard it was raining for about 20 minutes. I checked Tallahassee. They had picked up about a half an inch of rain. I'm going to figure out what the window was, but it was definitely raining at least an inch and a half, if not 2 inches an hour. And this is what we're going to be dealing with until that front comes through across the panhandle tomorrow morning through early tomorrow afternoon from west to east. Pensacola first clears out, then Destin, Tallahassee, and last but not least will be Jacksonville. Take a look at our hourly. Again, severe threat continues. We've got that tornado watch, which they'll show back in the studio shortly, includes parts of the deep southwest if you're not here in this part of the panhandle. And we'll have temperatures very mild today, up around 70 degrees. Storms overnight, the line moves on through, and then we'll clear out later tomorrow. Christmas Day in the southeast will be much quieter. But again, as I mentioned before, this rain and storm action is moving north-northeast up towards Atlanta, the world's busiest airport. So if you're flying in and out of or through Atlanta, be aware that there will likely be delays from this point on, right on through at least tomorrow afternoon. Chris?
Mike, thank you. And as you mentioned, Atlanta is going to be wet. Right now, it's 44 degrees through the rest of the day, 11, 2, 5, 8, and 11 p.m. Again, we're taking it through the next 12 hours. Chance for thunderstorms, and then it is going to remain wet. Also, the wind will be there about 10 to about 15 miles an hour throughout the day. There will be sunshine returning, however. Temperatures will be along the cold side by Christmas morning. Temperatures into the 30s, and then again, by Friday morning, it's also going to be another cold morning. And that's going to be the story for Atlanta. Some sunshine by Thursday, but before then, travel will be an issue through Georgia.
Yeah, Chris, take a look at this. I'm going to show you where we have some issues out there today, tonight, and tomorrow on the roads. Looking at I-10, you already saw that go through where Mike Seidel was in Tallahassee. We've got a lot of rain that will track along, heading over towards that I-75, I-10 split there. And then we take a look at Interstate 20. Also, overnight tonight, tomorrow morning early, Atlanta area, tough travel there, slow going with the rain. I-95 and I-85 through tomorrow afternoon will be wet and will be slow going. Especially that first rain, because that little bit of rain when it first begins is always the most dangerous. So heads up as it comes your way. Plus the snow is going to be a big issue here. And we've got some snow, some light snow today, a little more through the overnight tonight into tomorrow. The big concern is tomorrow we think the snow could come down heavy at times, and that's going to be a concern around the Chicago area tomorrow afternoon. For more on this snow and how it's going to develop, let's go over to Tom Nizzle.
The one area that I'm concentrating on now is going to be Christmas Eve afternoon and evening in and around Chicago, including those two major airport hubs. Let's take a look at how this sets up. There's no doubt in the eastern U.S. this is going to be a massive rain event here. This is a Christmas washout as far as snow is concerned. But where the moisture outlined in the green and white here meets up with the cold air outlined in the blue, right in this area here, this is an area we're concerned about right now, and the models are still having a bear of a time coming together to determine how the snow is going to play out across that area that runs from Chicago up through Grand Rapids. Now, it's not a large area, but let me show you the differences in our computer model solutions. This is the area for snowfall. This is the European model, and this is through Christmas morning. Now, I want you to keep an eye on this as we go through each model. So now we're going to go to the GFS model. No snow at all in Chicago. Let's go over to the North American model. Another one of our higher resolution models puts a really heavy swath of snow going from central Illinois right up through lower Michigan. And then finally, the model that we use often here, the RPM model, also showing snowfall. So who do we believe at this point? This is the challenge for the forecasters. Right now, This is the idea that we're looking at. We're going to begin with rain up across this area with a low pressure system going into the morning on Christmas Eve. As we get into the afternoon, some of the cold air begins to filter in here. He turns the backside of this precipitation to snow. That's the noon time frame. By 3 p.m., in this model run, Chicago is going to be under snow, and it's going to be windy as well with these northwest winds. I am concerned about major delays at the airport hubs if we get into this scenario. The good news, or the silver lining, this moves out pretty quickly. Lower Michigan for Christmas Eve night is going to be under the snow. And then by Christmas morning, about the only area that is going to see snow is a little bit of lake effect down here in southwestern New York State. So if we take a look right now, our forecast has the rain changing to snow midday tomorrow, and that will continue through about 9 p.m. If you have any travel planned through either the Midway or O'Hare Airport in particular, please stay tuned, because we're going to have to follow this very closely. It could have major implications nationwide. We'll keep you updated, guys. I'll send it back over to you.
Tom, thank you. Also following a severe weather threat right now, we want to update you on the latest on this. Tornado warning still in effect for about another 10 minutes here in south central Louisiana.